Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Loonybin Comedy Club. Give yourselves a big round of applause for coming out and supporting live comedy tonight. All right, folks, we've got a great show for you tonight, but first, we have a few simple rules of the showroom. Please keep your table conversations down to a whisper, and please keep them between you and your server, out of respect for both the comics on stage and those people seated around you. There is absolutely no heckling of the comedians. Believe me, if they need your help, they will ask you for it. And if they're not asking you, you sure as hell ain't helping. There is no flash photography or video recording allowed in the showroom tonight. Please take this time to turn your cell phones off. If you need to talk or text, please step out to the lobby. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have a 3 strikes and you're out rule here at the Loonybin. If security has to approach your table more than twice to ask you to stop disrupting the show for others, you will be tapped out and asked to leave. But let's not forget our most important rule here at the Loonybin. Don't hold back your laughter. And now that we got all that out of the way, you guys ready to have a good time tonight? Come on, guys, there's 200 people in this room. I'm not buying that level of enthusiasm. You guys ready to have a good time tonight? That's more like it. Your headliner this evening has been on tour with all 4 of the blue-collar comedy comics, and he recently shot his first hour-long special for television. Please put your hands together and welcome back to Tulsa, Cowboy Bill Martin. Your feature entertainer this evening tours comedy clubs all over the country. Please, a big round of applause for Quinn Patterson. And now, welcome to the stage your hosted MC. He is a favorite here at the Loonybin. He was a finalist in this year's Tulsa Comedy Competition, and he's a surprisingly gentle lover. Please give it up for Billy Bazaar.
What's up, Tulsa? I hate you, Dan. Y'all ready to have a good time tonight? Yeah! Just to give you a warning, usually every Saturday night, the late crowd, best crowd of the week. But this week you got competition. So we ain't gonna let that early crowd beat you guys, all right?
No way!
But you do have an awesome show in front of you. Your feature, Mr. Quinn Patterson. And your headliner is Cowboy Bill Martin. It's okay to applaud that. So my day started off real shitty. I was told that I was no longer allowed to be in my fantasy football team. League, I'm sorry. And apparently, the team name of Beats by Ray is a little bit insensitive. So I'm not playing next year. I had lunch with my girlfriend and she was eating one of those cheddar wurst hot dogs with the cheese in it. She bit into it and the cheese got me right in the face. Got me in the eye. So I get it, ladies. It stings. But the day got better because I was able to get a hold of some Garth Brooks tickets. His 8 shows, all sold out. He's calling it the Trish to Spend All My Goddamn Money Tour. Can't wait for that. Can't believe Christmas is already almost here. Holy shit, this year went by quick. Went out, did some Black Friday shopping last week. And I was in Dillard's, and I was leaving because I was pissed off that even though everything was on sale, I still paid way too much money for some underwear. The lady at the perfume counter bum rushed me out of the blue, just sprayed me in the face with some smelly crap. I backpedaled for a second, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't even try to touch you. Why did you mace me? She's like, it's not mace, sir. Doesn't it smell great? No, it doesn't. I was like, what is it? She says, that's Kim Kardashian's new line of perfume. To which I replied, I never knew herpes had a scent. Apparently it does, and it costs $79.99 an ounce. Every year for Christmas, I have, like last 2 or 3 years, I buy my ex-wives, plural. I buy them some gifts, try to be nice. But the last couple of years, they've been a little ungrateful, so I throw a little bonus gift in. Like for this year I'm buying them slippers and throwing in a dildo. So if they don't like the slippers, they can go fuck themselves. They never ask for the receipt for that, though. On the way here tonight, I heard the worst mix CD I've ever made, I guess, and I was drunk when I made it. It literally was half George Strait, half DMX, the rapper. So every 3.5 minutes, I had to decide whether to shoot the bitch or marry her again. So, next time I get drunk, I'm gonna make a George Jones and Lil Wayne one. CD player will melt. So earlier this year, I turned 40 years old back in July. Surprised I made it that far. Thank you, one person. Mom? No. And it was funny because all my friends came out of the woodwork. They're like, Billy, we didn't think you'd make it this long, so we need some advice. I was like, well, number one, I am a 40-year-old bouncer, which means that my life is the blueprint for what not to do. But they wanted to know relationship advice. I was like, are you sure? But I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I have the best advice you can give a guy ever. 10, 20, 30, 40, no matter how old you are. So guys, listen up. Free advice. Don't stick your dick in crazy. I can literally just get off the stage now. I just saved a lot of you guys' life. I stuck my dick in enough crazy that it has an honorary degree in psychology. My penis can write you a prescription for Xanax. Takes Obamacare too, so on some business. A little sidebar to that, this sadly is a true story. Guys, if you're dating a woman in her late 20s, early 30s, and she has a lot of stuffed animals on the bed, at some point she's gonna hit you with a car. That's a true story. Earlier this year, I dated a doctor, believe it or not. And right off the bat, I was like, well, she's got to be crazy because this doesn't get doctors. But she ended up not being totally batshit. But recently, it started to show its ugly face because we were watching UFC. I'm a huge UFC fan. And she ruined it for me because she kept making those noises like, I was like, honey, what's wrong? Don't you like this? She was like, no. She doesn't sound like that. But she said, no. It's the worst. It's like watching the worst rape prevention video ever. And after about 30 more seconds of two guys laying on top of each other sweating, I was like, oh my God, she's ruined it. And I turned it off. But the reason why I was a little bad shitty was that the only way this woman can get off is if I choke her. I was like, that's sort of like being a vegan and buying a cheeseburger. Doesn't add up. I was in a Walmart the other day, and I've never thought about this until recently. Why are there McDonald's and Walmart? It makes no sense. It's like pissing in your pants and then changing into the ones you shit in earlier. And apparently, in the year 2015, all the major fast food companies are going to try to get healthy and change their logos and their mottos. Just save time and just make them all the same. Eat up, fat ass! I'll give them that for free. I have 3 kids. I have 2 twin daughters. They're about 1.5 years old. I used to think they were cute till I saw The Shining again recently. So I'm putting them up for adoption because it doesn't end well for the father. Play with me, Daddy. Nope. The oldest one's 12 and she's a smartass. In fact, earlier tonight she texted me before the first show. She was like, hey, Dad, I got a joke for you because I'm sure yours aren't going to work. So I'm going to tell you guys the joke real quick, because I promised her I would. She said, Dad, what did the kid with no arms get for Christmas? I was like, what? She goes, I don't know. He hasn't opened his present yet. She's going to make me a lot of money. The other day she hurt my feelings though. She really tugged at my heart because she was playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And she lost. So I was like, ha ha, I guess you're not smarter than a fifth grader. She looked at me with her big old blue eyes. She was like, you're what? I'm not. But I'm smarter than a bouncer. So, anybody wants a 12-year-old smartass? She likes to play video games. And for some reason, she likes the war games, like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Brotherhood, whatever. The other day, her and her cousin were playing, and after 3 hours, I was like, please turn that off. It's giving me a headache. So she had to go into smartass mode. And she's like, why, Dad? You're just going to watch one of those stupid action movies, and they suck. And I was like, well, it'll be way better than this, because they haven't made an action movie yet with a retarded commando who shoots himself with his own gun, which is all you've done for the last 3 hours. Sadly, I lost that argument because a Vin Diesel movie came on, and I realized they had made those movies. Well, a lot of you laugh, so you must be Vin Diesel fans. So I have you know that a year ago, Paul Walker killed himself rather than ever make another movie with him. That's probably the worst joke I ever said. My daughter won't play paper, rock, scissors with me anymore because I keep picking Adrian Peterson. And he likes to beat the kids. As I've gotten older, other things have gotten to me more than they used to. Cell phones. I hate autocorrect with a passion. I've never hated a duck for no reason. The other day, a buddy went to Sonic. He texted me on his phone. He said, hey, Billy, I'm going to Sonic. Would you like something to drink? I know I texted him, I would love a Coke. He got, I live for the cock. So I'm having a hard time believing the whole smartphone thing. The other day I got lonely, which happens a lot at 40, and watched some internet porn. And I'll be honest with you, it freaked the hell out of me because everybody was smooth everywhere. And I couldn't figure out if they were doing it for aerodynamics sake or what, but that was too much thinking when I was wanting to do something else. So I got a VCR out and popped in a VHS tape of the shit that I grew up watching. And it wasn't much better because nobody ever shaved anywhere. It was like everybody's crotches joined Al-Qaeda. You better burn that image in your head. Imagine watching the entire cast of Duck Dynasty eat hot dogs really slow. My name is Billy Bazaar. You guys have been frigging awesome. After you're done throwing up in your mouth a little bit, you guys see these pink comment cards on your tables? If you get a chance tonight, fill it out. Let us know how you enjoyed yourself. Let us know how the comics did. Leave your email address and we'll send you some deals in your email, or you can visit our website, get our schedule. We're actually offering gift cards this year for $50. Make sure you ask your server or check out front about that. Our shows run from Wednesday night to Saturday night. Wednesday night shows start at 8. It's open mic night, which is where people like me start, and probably will go back now after tonight. But it starts at 8 o'clock. Come out, check that out. Thursday night's $2 Chuckle, $2 cover, and $2 domestic long necks. And then Friday and Saturday are our 7:30, 10 o'clock shows. Next week we have James Johan here, and he's friggin' hilarious. So now I'm going to ask you guys. Also, don't forget to take care of wait staff tonight. And one other thing, when the show is over, we do a new thing now at the end of the night where we do a contest. So between now and then, think of some jokes that you can tell in public, and pick a sucker. Volunteer from your table, and you can come up at the end of the night. We'll pick 3 people, and you can win some prizes. But that'll be at the end of the show, so do it quietly. So I'm going to ask you real quick. You guys want to keep this party going?